Nation, sports fans, welcome to another version of Soul Tape. It is a victory.
It's called coaching.
Sidney Crosby passes Mario Lemieux as the Penguins' all-time points leader.
The Pirates have one of the best pitching staffs. They be balling. I'm fired up. Hey, what's up, Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh's DSEN listeners and Pittsburgh sports fans? Welcome to another version of Soul Tape right here on Pittsburgh's DSEN. We apologize for the slight delay. We had to take care of some legal paperwork before we got started today. So I wanted to make sure that we completed that before we went live. But we are here and we are fired up and we are ready to talk Pittsburgh sports. Oh, Ken, yes, it is.
Let's
yes, it
do
is.
it.
It is that week. It is the official kickoff for the NFL. It's preseason, right? But one game in the book, the Hall of Fame game. I'm not sure if you had a chance to check out the Hall of Fame game. It was actually a good game.
It was a good game.
Yeah.
It was football.
Arizona and Carolina and our guy, Pitt guy, Larry Fitzgerald, goes in or went into the Hall of Fame.
Man,
Yeah, boy.
hands down deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Ah, man. Talking about a class act.
One of the best humans in the game, one of the best sportsmen in the game, and just all around incredible elite level athlete. Just could not be more excited for him. Congratulations to the whole family. Congratulations to the University of Pittsburgh. I had the opportunity as a kid to watch him play at University of Pittsburgh, and man, was he something. I mean, you knew going into the league, he was somebody that could not flop, right? Like, you knew, like he was
the man. He was the
real.
man. That's right. Yes, he was. So
never saw better hands. In my life.
Yeah.
Never saw better hands.
And a class act as far as the way he presented himself on the football field. But, I got too excited here. I didn't do the intros as far as myself and you.
Mhm.
I'm Kevin Cameron. He's Ken Craig. And we'll be joined by Keith Platt here, starting with the second segment about 6:30 or thereafter. And again, this is Soul Tape. We come to you every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. The numbers are on the screen for those of you on YouTube. If you're on the radio side, the numbers are on the website under Soul Tape in the radio schedule, but I'm going to give them anyway. Or Ken, do you have it?
I got them right here.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, if you want to call us, join the conversation. The number here is 412-213-8995. Or if you want to text us, if you don't want to call in, text us. We have the text line here live all throughout the show. The text number is 412-218-3888.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get started, and we'll try to shorten up some of the topics at the beginning until we get caught up. One of the main topics that we need to talk about today is our Pittsburgh Pirates, who's currently 58 and 62 in the National League Central. And the Pirates, they've been struggling as of late. They just got done completing 17 straight games, Ken, without a day off. So today is their first day off since the 17 game straight. And they did not do well during those 17 games. And one of the reasons they didn't do well during the 17 games, Ken, is the starting pitching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the starting pitching over the last 17 games, they only have 4 of the 17 where the starting pitchers were actually able to go 6 innings or more. Did you hear me, Ken?
6 innings or more.
Well, not even more.
Or
6 innings.
6 innings.
Out of 17 games, they only have 4 games where the starting pitchers pitched 6 innings.
That's
okay.
You can't have that.
Not at all.
No.
And we've talked about it before, but go ahead.
I was going to say, you just can't have, especially on a streak like that, especially if you're fighting for a playoff spot or a wild card spot. You have to be able to go deeper into games. You have to.
And the Pirates made moves last week to shore up the bullpen, right? Now, the bullpen has to have an opportunity to go into the game, first of all, not in the 4th inning, 5th inning, 6th inning. Jared Jones pitched on Sunday. He only went 3 innings, okay? And so now you're asking your bullpen to pitch 6 innings to finish up the game. Not only does it impact the current game, but it impacts the next game as well. So like I said, today, the Pirates were fortunate enough to be off. But just say if they did have a game the next day, now you are impacting the next game as well as far as who will have the strength to pitch the next game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jared Jones is a pitcher that the Pirates have been relying on coming back after missing all of last year and being on the 60-day DL this year. He came back and he was pitching well for a period of time, but the last couple games, he hasn't pitched well. You know, Paul Skeens, who is supposed to be the ace of the staff, he is supposed to be able to step in and say, I'm the man. I'm going to put a stop to all this madness.
And just to confirm, they had yesterday off. Today.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, they have a game
you're
today
right.
at 6:40.
I'm thinking it's Monday.
That's all right, man. I'm here.
Yeah, they have Monday off.
Yeah, Skeens will be on the mound tonight versus Perez.
Yes.
Game first pitch at 6:40.
Excellent. Thanks for correcting me here. But
back to your point. Same point.
You have to get 6 innings or more from your starting pitching in order, for the team to be effective. Now, I'm looking at what Jones did on Sunday. Like I said, he only went 3 innings, gave up 6 hits, 8 runs, Ken. All earned.
That was an ugly game.
3 base on balls and 3 strikeouts. He was all over the place. And the Pirates end up using a number of pitchers from the bullpen. Also looked at their record since May, Ken. Since May. They are 26 and 33 since May. Okay. That doesn't make any sense. And I also did their record, and I'll have to find it, but I did their record since they actually made the trade as well. And that's not pretty either. Now, keep in mind, Mitch Keller is on this. He was part of the rotation, and he is on the 60-day injured list as well. Okay, so Carmen Meniski came in to pitch in place of him. I think it might have been, that had to be Friday night, and he didn't pitch well. So I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure if we need to take another look at the pitching coach, which the pitching coach is a good coach. Okay. But something is going on and it needs to be fixed. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the pitching coach is the new, how do I say this? He's the new denominator in the equation.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong? I know there's a few new players, obviously,
Okay.
but the overall strategy or the overall group from last year has been pretty much like similar, right? The big names that are not pitching as well this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's either you blame them directly or you blame how they're being coached, how they're being prepped, how they're coming into games, right? So they have a new pitching coach this year. Is it on him? Like, where's the blame?
Something needs to change. Either change up the rotation. Maybe it shouldn't go, and I forget how it is, but if it's Skeens, Ashcraft, Chandler, maybe switch it up a little bit. Maybe take a look at the approach also, as far as what they're doing going into the game, because a lot of times they fall behind, and once they fall behind, they have a hard time catching up.
It's almost impossible for them to catch up.
I brought this stat up before, and this is a stat that I continue to monitor. What happens after 7 innings? When they lead after 7 innings, they're 47-5.
Woo!
That's excellent, isn't it?
47-5.
47-5 when they're leading after 7. When they're trailing after 7, they're 4-49. Right? So that tells you this team needs to get ahead going after the 7th inning, basically. If they're ahead after the 7th inning, they're safe. Okay. And given that the Pirates been having bullpen issues, you wouldn't think that. Okay. However, yeah, that's what's going on. But if they're behind after 7, because with a 449, it most likely is not happening.
Well, and leading after 7 too, not giving up those late game comebacks. That's important, right? So we can give them kudos on that strong record leading after 7.
So the Pirates are 2-5. I have it here, 2-5 since the trades last week. 5-12 in their last 17. So that 17-game stretch they went through without a day of rest, or a day off, I should say. They went 5-12. And then, like I said before, since May, 26-33. The bottom line, they've been playing bad baseball.
Not even mediocre.
Yeah.
Like bad baseball. This is bad, yeah.
And back to the starting pitching. If I tell you, out of all these starting pitchers, if I just give you an ERA of 3.96, previously you wouldn't have thought Paul Skeens, the National League Cy Young winner of 2025. ERA 3.96. That just can't happen.
No, I mean Ashcraft, who was a all-star player this year.
Yeah.
What is it? 4.08.
Yep. Jared Jones 4.02.
Actually, sorry, his is updated.
Okay.
His is 5.03 right now.
Okay. You're right, because he pitched the last game, and what I have doesn't reflect that. So I'm glad you brought that up. Bubba Chandler, 4.26. Horrible ERAs.
Mitch Keller. I mean, for what? Mitch Keller's 5.29.
Uh-huh. All right. So, yeah, the Pirates won't go anywhere unless they could correct what's going on from a starting pitching standpoint. Now, let's talk about hitting and some of the injuries. Let's talk injuries first. Okay. The injuries do not help. Okay. And I'm going to look at the list because I want to make sure that I have the correct information here. Not that he's missed, but Joey Bart, okay, was on the DL on 5/12, and he missed, I want to say 16 to 18 games, if I have this right. But let's talk about the key players, okay? We have Connor Griffin, that is still missing. We have O'Neill Cruz, that's still missing. And we have Ryan O'Hearn, that just recently went out as well. Now, I'm not sure exactly when any of these players are coming back, but from an offensive standpoint, an offense that has been struggling as well, still at the top of Major League Baseball from an offensive standpoint, run scored, RBI, not RBI, but batting average. However, it's been slipping as of late. So if the Pirates get those players back, those that I mentioned, could make a big difference with the batting, and hopefully it will be, more consistent as well.
And just today, Andy Rodriguez, who's day to day with hip, he'll be absent from tonight's lineup against Miami.
Okay. And you said Skeens is going tonight, right?
Yep.
All right. I have a question here, Ken. Should we be concerned with outfielder Valdez? He primarily plays right field, but he plays some left field as well. He's currently in a hitting slump. Okay. And let me see what he is batting right now, if I could find his information, because I want to make sure that I get it right. I know he was somewhere around 240.
Yeah, his average is 242 right now with 14 home runs, 38 RBIs, and at .942 OPS.
Okay. So last 7 games, Ken, check this out. And I should have had our production team find the video, because I asked Don Kelly about Valdez on Sunday. Because do you realize, Ken, on Sunday, he had 4 plate appearances and he struck out all 4 times. This is how he's struggling. He's 1 for 19 with 16 strikeouts. 1 for 19, 16 strikeouts. The last 15 games, he's 6 for 44, 22 strikeouts. Okay? So am I concerned with Valdez? You better believe it.
Yeah. There's you have to be. And I know he came in hot. He was the kind of new kid on the block that was smashing it, and it was, is this sustainable? Can this be continued? All those things. Now he's on the other side of that, right? And last 5 games played, 15 at bats, like you said, 12 strikeouts, right? That, that's it. We just need better. We need better. If we're gonna make a push, you need better.
Yeah. So as you said, he's batting 242 right now, and I can't remember the last time he hit a home run as well, because he was hot at one time. So again, in order for the Pirates to compete, they're going to need him to get out of his slump. Okay. So as a rookie, it's a long baseball season. And I don't know if he took a day off during that 17-game span, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to give players a day off, to be honest with you, when you have the injuries that we talked about.
Yeah, you need everybody up and playing their best ball.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Even though Ryan O'Hearn didn't play on Sunday. And let me see who played first base on Sunday. Flores Jr., and he did a horrible job over at first base. Okay. I'm just keeping it real. I think he did a horrible job on Sunday at first base, and he did a horrible job on Friday behind the plate. And I asked Don Kelly about what he thought about his Friday performance as well. And based on Don Kelly's response, he knew it was below the belt. It wasn't good. Okay. But the reason O'Hearn didn't play on Sunday, because the Mets was actually throwing a left-handed pitcher, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so they threw a lefty, and the Pirates are really a bad team against lefties as well. Okay, so O'Hearn doesn't bat well against lefties.
Mm-hmm.
So Don Kelly tried to replace him with Flores, and it didn't work, and the Pirates end up losing that game 11-1. It was bad. All right. So a couple of questions real quick before we leave the Pirates. Who should be held accountable? Who should be on the hot seat? And do you believe that they can recover to contend for a wild card playoff spot?
I mean, I think the first person you got to look at is pitching coach. I think he needs to be on the hot seat. But in terms of players, it's really hard to point at one direction here, right? You look at their game on Sunday, like you said, 4 hits. I mean, there's a lot of zeros in their in this box score, a lot of zeros. So, I think starting pitching needs to be on the hot seat. I think, the bats need to be on the hot seat. I think this is an all-around hot seat type situation. I don't think you can pinpoint one thing here.
Yeah. Well, Bill Murphy is the pitching coach for the Pirates. I wouldn't say I wouldn't put him on a hot seat, because he's a proven coach. So I think there are some other things going on that needs to be corrected, and I would give him the opportunity to correct it. But Ben Sheraton, the GM, as I said earlier, he should definitely be on the hot seat you have to win. And he had enough opportunity to win. They got rid of the manager last year, right? So it's not changing anything. They brought in new players. They spent a little bit of money, more money, I should say.
Yeah.
And the Pirates are still getting the same results. So I say Ben Sheraton is out. And I think the players need to be held more accountable. If you can't get it done, you just won't play. Now, do I feel as though they can make a run for a wild card? I said it before, and I'll continue to say it. No.
Yep.
They're going in the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's it as far as what's going on with our Pittsburgh Pirates. What we'll do, we'll take a break. And after the break, when we come back, we'll go around. Well, actually, we'll save going around Major League Baseball later on. We'll squeeze it in somewhere along the way, as well as PGA. What's going on with the PGA since we started late? We'll save that for a little later on. But when we come back, what we'll do, we'll talk about our Pittsburgh Steelers, because it's a game week. Even though it's preseason, the Steelers will play the Green Bay Packers on Thursday here in Pittsburgh. That's a 7 p.m. start. And we need to talk about it. the Steelers are dealing with some injuries. We need to let everyone know what's going on with the injuries. And if we need to be concerned with those injuries, we need to talk Mike McCarthy's first game as a Pittsburgh Steelers head coach. Even though, again, it's preseason, we need to see what the offense will look like. We need to talk about it. And we'll do all of that and more when we return.
We're talking through that exactly as far as who's going to play. We'll let you know. I'll maybe tell you once we have the meeting tonight, but just from experience, I'm going to practice everybody today. Hopefully we can practice today when we get outside. It's got some bad news on the weather. And so we want everybody to prepare for the game, especially this being our first time putting together a game plan, the process of how it's going to look and so forth. But we'll make those decisions tonight. And I'll probably play them in 3 groups. There'll be a group that plays, a series or 2, and then there'll be a group that'll go through the first half, and then a group that'll play in the second half. So that's our preliminary plan.
Mike, what do you look for in that preseason game number 1? It's just getting in and out of the huddle and stuff like that?
Well, operation, yes, clearly. Most important thing for me is play style. You have to get your play style established. You practice in a structured environment, starting with the ramp ups, just a little safer approach. So now it's time to cut it loose. So starts up front. So the number one objective for me is establishing your play style.
Mike, how do you value the opportunity for starters in preseason games?
How do I value?
Yeah, do you value reps?
I think there's a number of variables that go into it. And I think it's where you are as a program. This is our first year together. This is a veteran football team. This is the most experienced team I've coached in my tenure as a head coach. Who's playing with who? The combinations of how they're going to play together. So I look at all those things. That's why, frankly, this is a padded practice. We have a full slate. We wanted to have a competitive 2 drills a day in 2 minutes. So I definitely wanted to evaluate this today and make some decisions, from that. So, I'd love to be here and give you all the answers to the quiz and your questions, but this practice is important. And frankly, you usually don't have that big of a practice this close to the game. I get it, but it is preseason. So, we'll see how we come out of today.
Mike, you touched on it a little bit there, but do you approach this preseason a little bit differently, being a first-year head coach here, implementing a brand new offense, as you were maybe a few years in?
Definitely. There's times in the preseason that you may have a new system on defense, you may have a new system on offense, so you may play your starters, 2 series, or you may have a play total that you want to hit with players. But really, frankly, the most important part is the health of the team. That drives these decisions. That's where you tend to maybe pull back and not play the veteran, the older guys in those situations. You just lean on their experience, the quality of practice. Everything that we've done out on the field in pads, it's detailed. I have comparables. I have things that have gone back to the early years. Frankly, I've just paid attention really to the last 4 or 5 years of how we trained in this schedule that we're on. It's very similar to the schedule that I was on 21 through 25. So I look at all those things. I think it gives me an idea of where we are as a team, mentally, volume-wise, because both the offense and defense are new. I don't like where we are as far as the number of missed assignments we've had. They're a little higher than normal. They're not totally out of bounds. So you look at all those things, and then at the end of the day, you set a plan and go with it.
All right. We are back. This is Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSN. We come to you every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. And joining us here in the studio, our guy, Mr. Keith Platt. What's up, Keith?
Oh, no.
All right. We want to make sure your mic is on as well.
Yeah.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. Okay, I still can't hear you. Look on the top there and make sure that that knob is forward.
Yeah.
Try it now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, we ready for
All
war
right,
now,
all right.
baby.
Now we're rocking and rolling. Yeah, man.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like I said, the first segment we talked about the Pittsburgh Pirates struggling, starting pitching. Esmerlyn Valdez struggling. He's in a slump, as well as who should be on the hot seat. So if anybody missed it, they could go back and check out that particular segment. All right. So now we need to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. We just played a video from Mike McCarthy earlier today. And basically what he said, well, I'm going to leave it for later as far as who's going to play.
Okay. I kind of know, but I ain't going to spoil it.
Who's going to play
Yeah.
and who's not going to play. But he says some interesting things regarding the excerpt of the interview that we played. Okay. He's not happy
Right.
with the offense because there's been some, what did he say, Ken?
Well, there's been a number of missed assignments we've had.
Missed assignments?
They're a little higher than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from an injury standpoint, there's been a number of injuries as well.
Definitely.
DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
Also
Ramsey's still out.
Pittman.
Yeah.
So we don't know if DK Metcalf is going to play. We don't know if Pittman is going to play.
Yeah, Pittman's out. He's out.
For sure? You think he's out for sure?
Yeah, he's out. It was already announced. It came to my phone.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, he's not playing.
Okay. And also on the defensive side as well, Brandon
Eccles. Yeah, you know, Ramsey's already out.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And Brisker as well, dealing with some injuries.
Bumps, bites, and bruises at training camp, man. It's every team.
Yeah. The number one draft pick.
Maxi Honiger, looks like he won't be playing.
Yeah, he's not going to play neither. I wanted to see him too.
I don't think it's confirmed that he's not playing, but he does not think he will play on Thursday either.
McCarthy said the injury's not really that serious, but, you know, they just want to be cautious. You know what I mean?
Should we be concerned with these injuries?
Me personally, I'm not only person I'm worried about right now is Jalen Ramsey, because he's a key piece to the defense, and we are going to need him. I need that fire, that craziness. We need that. We need that spark. Like, remember the Jets game? He set the tone with the debacle with Garrett Wilson, man, and I loved it. And it carried on all game, all the way in the halftime. And I thought that was the spark that gave us the energy we needed to beat the New York Jets in Week 1 last year.
And actually, coming into the year, I felt as though that the Steelers had depth there, you know, with the moves that they made from a free agent standpoint, bringing in Brisker, bringing in the cornerback as well.
Yeah, Jamil
Dean, and some other pieces too. I felt as though, and Samuel talked to us yesterday as well, cornerback. Asante Samuel.
They said he's having the best camp out of everybody.
Yeah, he's been having a ball, a good camp, I should say.
I like him a lot.
And I even asked him yesterday because he said he felt as though he's been playing the best ever.
Yeah,
in his career.
We got to bargain with him, man.
Yeah,
We're gonna see a good. So, I think he's gonna lead the team in inners.
And then we have. Who am I thinking of? I need to have the information in front of me, so I'm trying to go from Elliott, just Deshaun Elliott.
Yeah, he's still working his way back.
But he looks really good.
That's good. Yeah, I know you've seen it
really
firsthand.
Good.
Yeah.
So we'll see who will play on Thursday. But those that are not first-teamers, they need to take advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, guys like Caleb Johnson, Eli Hattenwright, and
Eli's out too.
Is he? Oh man, well Dylan Cook and those type of guys, man, they need reps. Even Spencer Anderson, they need those reps, man.
So do you have the list right there, Ken? We might as well get to it with the injuries.
I don't have the list.
So when you say he's out,
I was going off of what has been reported from camp. Not
When was it reported?
Last night.
Okay. Well, we actually spoke to Eli today.
Okay.
Okay,
perfect.
and it's out there on our YouTube channel as well. And he's saying he
He's
feels good.
Love it.
Yeah.
He's saying he feels good.
Okay.
Love it.
And he wants to play. So based on when we spoke to him, if you ask me, I'm saying he's playing.
Perfect.
I'm saying
I
he's
like
playing.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's someone who needs to be playing.
Yeah, he need those reps,
He
man.
needs every touch he can possibly get to make an impact to show what he can do. Him being injured, especially with how many backs and how many there's just it's a crowded place back there right now.
Yeah.
He needs every touch in a game situation to show
Yeah.
what he can do.
You know what? It's crowded back there. However, he's special.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna let you go. I would say something about him.
He's special. Go ahead, Keith.
The only thing I didn't understand about McCarthy and his coaching staff. Now you're talking about Eli, a guy that's Navy's all-time leading receiver.
Uh-huh.
So why is he working out with the running back? Why isn't he part of the receiver group more? I mean, I don't know. I'm not in Latrobe.
Yeah.
But they said they were gonna play him at running back, which I don't understand. But I know he's very versatile. He can do both. But if your Navy's all-time leading receiver,
But he wasn't a receiver.
I know it was like a wing, he was like a wing T, it was that weird offense or whatever, that old school offense they run. So I think that's why he's at running back. He's more like a slot back, like a wing back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me do this. If I could have the production team bring this up, and when I see it on the screen, I'll know that we're ready. Matter of fact, that's the next video that is supposed to come up anyway during the break, but maybe we could play it before the break. If we could get that up, when I see it up, we'll go to it because it is the Eli height and right. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, height and right.
Height and right. Yeah.
Height and right.
Yep.
Okay. Like I said, he did talk to us today, and he did talk about playing. And he talked about his versatility.
Yeah, very.
That's why I said he's special because, Kim, when you say it's crowding in the backfield, but he adds a lot of value when it comes to special teams.
I was about to say that too, that he's going to be a special teamer if he makes the team. They're not going to cut him. I think worst case scenario for him, practice squad. He's not going nowhere. They're not. I think McCarthy has a lot of faith in that guy, and that was one of his picks, like one of the main picks from what I heard that he really, really liked. So he's going to get this guy a chance, and I hope it works out.
Yeah, and I will have to take a look at that as well to see if you put someone on a practice squad, what are the rules with someone picking you off the practice squad? So,
Yeah, I think it's like 15 spots or something. Remember, they extended the practice squad roster a couple years ago.
But they're not protected.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought it was like at least half of the roster from the practice squad is protected.
Well, that's why I said we need to look into it.
Okay, we got to figure that out.
My understanding is practice squad, you can get picked off, but when they pick you off, you have to go active on the roster to another team.
Oh, okay.
So if another team would pick him off the practice squad, he would have to be on that active roster.
All right, are we ready to go? Do we have that video? All right, if we could go ahead and have that video played.
Have you thought about what your emotions might be when you first, walk out there?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, for me, it's preseason it's really important. So it's I gotta put my best foot forward and be locked in when I get there. So I think maybe I'll take a moment afterwards. But while I'm getting there and in the game, I'm gonna be focused on.
Is Ville coming?
Oh, they are. Yeah.
What are you doing on teams?
Teams? I've kind of been all over the place. They had me at PP, they had me at kickoff return, had me on kickoff. So I'm excited for that opportunity. I think that special teams is such an important part of the game of football, and it's absolutely a way that anyone can contribute. I'm looking to do that.
Where are you at health-wise heading into Thursday?
Health-wise, I feel great. I took a few days off. I'm sure you guys saw that, but I'm healing up.
Do you expect to be full go?
Yeah, the plan today was to practice. It got changed up a little bit today, but yeah, as far as I'm concerned.
How do you make up for that time lost?
My goal was really to be with Coach Chin, kind of following him around, being on his hip the whole time, and just picking up things, talking to him, learning, getting mental reps every single rep. You're not physically in the play, but you can still get better in other ways. So
I think it's him. Is he pretty vocal with what you guys are doing?
absolutely, yeah. He's a huge presence in our room. If you watch practice, he's running around. He's loud. He's fired up. He gets us going. So it's been awesome having him as my coach.
So there you go. That's Eli Heidenreich from
Just
earlier
let it flow.
today.
Just
Let it flow. Let it flow. Hey, if I say it enough, I'll
You don't want the whole Mount Lebanon coming down here, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mount Lebo,
There you
man.
go.
They're going to tell you how to pronounce it. They're going to correct you in the comments.
There you go. So this was the second day straight that the Steelers practice indoor because of inclement weather.
Yeah.
So he had the opportunity to talk to us after practice. And, well, what do you think? That sounds pretty optimistic about playing on Thursday, right?
I like him. I like that they're working him out at kick returner because I thought that was a perfect fit for him.
He understands to make this team, he has to do special teams. Right. He just has to.
I told people earlier, but when we drafted him, he was going to make the roster, so I can't turn back. So he like, you can't let me down, bro. I got to look like a genius.
All right. So again, with the injuries, you're saying you're more concerned with Jalen.
Yeah, with Ramsey. He's the main one I'm worried about, but he still got he got about 28 days, so I think he'll be cool by then. I think he'll be cool.
Who am I concerned with?
Injury wise.
Yeah, I think one, we have to keep an eye on Pittman. I think that's big, right?
Yeah,
Pittman's big.
As bad as we needed a number two.
I think the secondary all around, especially at safety, right? I think that's a big piece. So, I'm not overly concerned with anybody at this moment.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's just, okay, let's precaution. Let's take caution when we need to. So I'm not overly concerned. I want to see, okay, who's not active because of injury going into Thursday. That's what I'm going to watch. Right. Okay. And then after that,
but it could be a big precaution anyway.
That's what I want to understand. Right. Is there a trend where they're not, starting any of the first team defense or I want to see what the trend is. Because if they start everybody, but then we see Brisker and, my gosh, what is
Ramsey?
Yeah, Ramsey. If we see those two out, then I'm like, okay, that's kind of worrisome for Brisker and Ramsey. Yeah. Ramsey's older too. We got to remember that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that secondary, I want as healthy as possible. It's been so long since we've had a healthy, Deshaun Elliott has missed time. Right. We haven't had that core healthy in a long time. I really want to see them healthy going into this year.
So right now we have Brandon Eccles with an ankle. We mentioned Jalen Ramsey on the pup.
Brandon Eccles had his boot off yesterday, though, right?
Yesterday, I didn't notice.
Okay,
I didn't notice.
I think he walked down without a boot on. I don't think he practiced, but I think he wasn't wearing a boot. So
he probably won't practice the rest of the week. When it's an ankle,
Dante Kent.
Yeah, man, he's been hurt since we drafted him.
On the pump, on the pup, I should say, physical, unable to perform list, and I mentioned Jaquan Brisker as well. So. Right now, I'm not really concerned with any of the injuries.
Yeah, September 14th is still leaps and bounds. We got plenty of time, but once it gets September, and if we're still on this same subject, then I'll be probably biting my nails till they bleed.
Yeah, so I think we went over all of the injuries, the main guys, or guys that we're most interested in. Anyway, now let's get to Mike McCarthy. First preseason game. The Steelers course with a new head coach, so that brings a new offense. It brought a new defense with Patrick Graham that we'll talk about later as well. So are you excited about this new Mike McCarthy offense? And everybody should be excited. And let me tell you why. This is the first time since 1969, and it might be even farther back than 1969, where you're having a head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers calling plays.
I like it.
How about that?
I like it.
There's a little bit of anxiety behind it.
I like it.
First time a head coach that wasn't a defensive guy.
I like it.
Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin,
Yup.
defensive guys.
Yeah.
Now you have an offensive guy.
And I love it, man.
And you love it?
Yeah, I
And
do.
you love it? He won't be too distracted where he'll maybe overlook some things.
No, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Or maybe Keith not even overlooks some things, but maybe be a little bit more biased from an offensive standpoint. And before you respond, let me explain to you what could happen as an offensive guy, right? When it comes to timeouts, allotments, right? You get what, three and a half. Maybe appropriate your timeouts the correct way because you're too concerned with trying to get the ball back, which you're always trying to get the ball back, right? But maybe those timeouts should be preserved for later on.
We're gonna see.
If those are some of the ramifications. Yeah, but go ahead. And by the way, hello to Yolanda out there. Yolanda sent us a text.
Hey, what's up, Miss Yolanda? Appreciate the support. So the reason why I'm so excited, first of all, with Mike McCarthy, CeeDee Lamb said Mike McCarthy's a dope play caller. He said he learned so much from him. This is coming from a top 10 receiver. Like he went on live, he said it, and he said Steeler Nation's going to like him. He pushes the ball downfield. He makes sure everybody get the touches.
Can he push it with Rodgers?
Yeah, heck yeah. They already got the chemistry.
All right.
Yeah, they're going to go back into that fountain of youth. I'm a firm believer.
I want to see that.
But also, this is my last point. People don't know this about Mike McCarthy, man. The dude started off at Pitt, man. John Gruden said he used to sleep on the floor in Pitt. He wouldn't even go home. And he's a quarterback whisperer. I'm going to just throw out some of the names of the dudes that he made better quarterbacks.
Okay.
A young Rich Gannon.
Yeah.
Steve Bono.
Okay.
Steve Bono when he was starting in Kansas City.
Is it Steve or Sonny Bono?
Steve Bono.
For those old school people out there.
Right.
It went over everybody else's head who's probably 45 and younger.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott. Aaron Brooks. He made him cut down on turnovers. Brett Favre, Steve Young. Those are just some of the quarterbacks that he helped in their career, and they had good numbers when he was their coordinator.
Yeah. And you mentioned Dak Prescott,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Dak had that good years every time he with Mike McCarthy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Aaron Brooks, he was an elite dual threat, but he had a lot of turnovers back in the day.
Did you happen to look what kind of defenses they had under his regime?
No, I didn't, because we just talking about offense.
Yeah. But see, that's what I was getting to earlier. He could be so biased to the offensive side of the ball that there might be neglect on the defensive side.
Well, that's what Patrick Graham is for.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and that's what Patrick Graham is for, but then there's also a whole ton of other coaches on this staff.
Yeah.
Right? That are all, and you talk to them. Okay.
Yeah,
there's one awesome thing that I liked when I subbed in for you for media.
Okay.
It was they all have the same message. They are all in sync. Right? You rarely hear one person saying something that another one isn't saying as well. Right?
It's good to hear.
Yeah. So the message is
sticking.
It's sticking,
not going in one ear and out the other.
It's aligned.
Right.
So that way that there's trust between the head coach and the coordinator, and then the coordinator to the specialist, and then the specialist down to the assistant, right? Like there's a tree there that there is like clear communication.
Yeah.
So you want, like, even if McCarthy isn't, because we are used to the head coach having his fingerprint on everything.
Right.
Right.
Did you say we are or aren't?
We are.
Yeah.
We are used to our head coach being in control of everything.
Yeah.
Now, yes, that may still happen a little bit, but there may be a little bit more trust and let go.
Yeah.
And allow them to do their job.
I'm getting way ahead of myself with this, man.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm already thinking, how is Mike McCarthy with challenges?
Yeah.
Do we know? What's his record? Mike Tomlin was horrible with challenges.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I want to see what he's like in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Is he aggressive? Because how many times do we scoreless? But
I don't think he'll be too aggressive with fourth downs.
Or
put it that way.
Yeah, I'm thinking just first quarter and first drives. Like we went years without scoring in a first
Yeah.
draft.
Yeah.
Oh man, I used to hate that.
Yeah.
Man. I
Also,
hated
since
that.
I'm all over the place too, something else I was thinking, I was because you mentioned tree.
Mhm.
So coaching tree.
Yeah.
That was a knock against Mike Tomlin as
Mhm.
well.
Right. Big.
I don't know if McCarthy, out of all of his years, if he has a coaching tree. Think about it.
That's a good question.
Who can you name? Off the top of my head, I would say he's no better than Tomlin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though I think the coaching tree is way overvalued because, as I said before,
I agree.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
agree.
it's I could care less what coach leaves somewhere and they're successful. You're not doing it for me,
Yeah.
so why? Why do I care? Why do I want you to do it while you're here?
Yeah.
How about Ben McAdoo?
Ben McAdoo, and he's an OC, right?
He was Packers offensive coordinator,
Yeah.
then becoming head coach of the New York Giants.
Yeah, he all right.
Joe Philbin was offensive coordinator and became head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Kellen Moore, who's now the head coach, was offensive coordinator under.
Where's he the head coach at?
He just took last year was his first year at New Orleans.
On that note, I'm glad I asked the question so you could bring it up. They're expecting big things out of New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
They really are.
Yeah, Tyler Shuck was
Yeah.
hot. I think he won
Yeah.
5 out of his last 6
so we'll
starts.
see.
Don't sleep.
We'll see.
Don't sleep.
But with a quick analysis, I would say his tree isn't any better now.
My thing with Mike McCarthy, man, with Tomlin, you had the Tomlin-isms, which were excellent, but Tomlin used to talk, man, and he was the type of guy, if I was a player, I probably would run through the fire for him with gasoline draws on. But McCarthy, I'm like, I knew he motivated. I would love to be in a locker room before a game to just hear what he says to motivate the guys, because he don't seem like the rah-rah type, and he don't seem like he could get me to run through a wall or run through the fire with just him talking, man. I know he's a Pittsburgh guy,
Look, fellas. When I'm in the press room and he's at the podium, love you, Mike.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Scoring.
Like, come on, bro, talk up.
Yeah.
He's so soft-spoken.
Yeah, he laid back. Yeah. I like them rah-rah coaches.
You bring a good point.
I like them rah-rah coaches.
I wonder how he motivates as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, man.
Yeah.
Like, what do you say? What did you used to say to Dak Prescott and him?
Because in the press room, he's definitely not a fiery guy.
Yeah, he's laid back. So what is his sense of motivation?
He'll throw some jabs, though.
Okay,
I mean, he normally jab the communication people.
Yeah.
Throw some shade at him and stuff like that. So he's a loose guy, but he just doesn't seem like a big fiery guy. Like
right,
you
man. I love them fire guys.
So what we're talking about, everyone, is a new era of Steelers football. Mike McCarthy, right? The 4th head coach since 1969. Since 1969. Right?
I wasn't even thought of yet.
Well, I was barely here. So, it kicks off on Thursday. So I'm excited to answer the question.
Super excited.
I'm excited. So
one,
all right.
one trend I'm just going to throw out there, and I just happened to look this up.
Okay.
So his first year as head coach with the Green Bay Packers.
Yep.
Okay. They went 8-8, missed the playoffs.
Okay.
Okay. Second year came back 13-3, 1-1 in the playoffs.
Okay.
Okay. With Dallas, his first year went 6-10, missed the playoffs.
Okay.
Second year came back 12-5, went to the playoffs.
I think they had like 3 12-5 years.
3 12-5 years in a row.
Yeah.
But I'm just pointing that out because his first year,
he's a really good coach.
Yeah. First year was not the sexiest record. However, that second, third, fourth, and on is when it got.
Yeah, Steeler Nation don't want to hear that.
When is the last time you won a playoff game? If you could look that up real quick.
2022, he went 1-1 in the playoffs.
So 22. Okay.
That's recent.
Yeah, that is. Especially when he sat out a year.
Yeah.
Is that more recent than Mike Tomlin?
Yeah. Mike Tomlin was what, 2016?
Sorry.
I know, right?
I knew the answer to that.
However, as I like to say, to tell the full story or the whole story, he had a franchise quarterback.
Yep.
He always had a franchise quarterback.
And as far as the
And it
other
makes a big
teams
difference.
too, you were saying the first year record, he's not inheriting the type of defense that the Steelers got. He didn't inherit that in Green Bay or Dallas. So I think he got bigger. He got better players to play with, like more better pieces to play with than he had in Dallas and Green Bay as two previous stops.
Plus,
I think there's plus and minuses.
Plus, let's keep it real as well. I mean, I might have to ask Mike McCarthy about this because I'm not sure if any other head coach experienced what he is experiencing. He was at Green Bay where the fans own Green Bay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to Dallas where he was basically under a dictatorship.
Yeah, basically a puppet. Yeah, Jerry pulling all the
Dallas,
strings.
right?
Yeah.
And now he has more free reign here in Pittsburgh.
Take full advantage.
With the Roonies. And they're all historic organizations. Fellas, maybe I need to write a book for him.
Well, he's
a Pittsburgh guy.
These are the most historic.
Yeah.
Like when you think of pro football, you think of Green Bay Packers. You think of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and some think of the Dallas Cowboys.
He done coached all of them. He done coached all of them.
I mean, not to throw shade, but why is Green Bay historic? Before I say what I'm
they were one of the original teams. They were one of the most winning championships in all of football.
Are we saying Super Bowl or championship?
Championships.
Okay, so since you're saying championships, I'm going to go Cleveland on you.
Okay.
Not the mistake by the leg, bro.
Should we include Cleveland, even though they switched teams a number of times?
We should, but they're not.
Should we include Green Bay? Not Green Bay, Detroit.
I think so. I mean, when you come to the history of football, we're talking historical teams, right? So I'm talking like historical franchise.
So real quick, give me the 5 most historical teams in the NFL.
Off the top of my head?
Off the top of your head.
All right. Green Bay.
Okay.
Detroit. Chicago. Pittsburgh. I don't think they're there, though, as much as I want them to be.
Who?
Pittsburgh.
They have to be there.
Yeah.
You think so?
That 70s run. That 70s run.
The 70s.
That puts some there, though. But I know it's old, but it's history. It's history.
1933.
1933, yeah.
You know,
who am I missing here?
more Super Bowls.
New York Giants.
Okay, Giants. Okay, what about New England? Are they historic?
That's what I'm thinking.
Even though they're not too old. Off the top of my head, I think New England, and I could be totally wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm challenging myself.
Yeah.
1966 is when they started.
I don't think they historic, but
off the top of my head,
I'll take it though.
You don't think they're historic?
Nah.
One of the best franchises, but not historic.
Yeah, remember they was weak for a lot of years, man. When they had the
Steve
dude,
Grogan?
yeah, the dude in the 3-point stands, Steve Grogan, Hartley Dykes, and them. Come on, man. Yeah, man.
I mean,
it's all good.
They were founded in 1960.
Okay.
So
I wasn't too far off.
No.
You said Steve Grogan, man.
Yeah.
Only real football fans know who that is.
Hey, I go back Sam Bam Cunningham, right? Sam, do you know about Sam Bam
I'm
Cunningham?
familiar. I'm a football historian.
Okay,
I'm familiar.
okay, so I can go back.
I mean, the Rams were 1937.
Yeah, but the Rams, they've
been moving all over the place. St. Louis, LA.
Cleveland, if I'm not mistaken.
Back to LA. They all over the place.
The one that we met, Eagles, 1933, with this, same as Steelers. Washington Commanders, 1932.
Yeah, but when we say historic, I'm not just saying longevity.
I know, but
right?
those
I'm saying with success.
Yes, those were the core ones founded early on.
So who's your 5 again? Historic, and a big weight on historic is
Green Bay.
How you win.
Yeah.
You're winning. Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay. I said Pittsburgh, Chicago, Detroit.
Come on, Chicago. They haven't won.
Not lately.
Okay, go ahead.
And who was my last one? New York Giants.
So you don't include Dallas
in that? No.
From historic.
I mean, they were.
You don't include
when I think
Miami.
Of the old school, they were founded in
all
1960. That's
all right.
I don't know.
All right, good conversation. All right.
Yeah, it's worth a continued conversation.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get ready for a break, and let me let everyone know what we have coming up for you. Okay, before we get back to the Pittsburgh Steelers in the last segment. Okay, and again, if you would like to be a part of our conversation, the numbers are on your screen. If you're on YouTube, if you're on the radio stream, check us out on the website. Just look at our website and you'll see the numbers there under Soul Take. All right, but coming up after the break, we have the WNBA. We need to talk about the Washington Mystics, talking about a hot team. And I want to know from Mr. Keith Platt if he feels as though they're a true contender in the WNBA.
Okay.
And who are the other teams that might be true contenders? Okay. And also, I added late. Okay. And this is another reason, Keith, I try to wait until the last minute to put together our agenda because news break and I want to make sure we cover it. But the NBA released some of their games ahead of time.
Right. I saw that. Yeah.
So we need to talk about that.
Christmas Day, man.
The full release is Thursday, but they did let us know some of the holiday games and major games. So we need to talk about that. And then, Ken, I want you to give people the scoop on the Penguins, that extension that just came down over the last week as well. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and take a regular break here, or I'm not sure if we have a commercial coming up or a video, but either way, we are taking a break. And then when we come back, we'll get to all the topics that we just discussed. We'll be right back at you.
Have you thought about what your emotions might be when you first, walk out there?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, for me, it's preseason it's really important. So it's I gotta put my best foot forward and be locked in when I get there. So I think I'm able to take a moment afterwards. But while I'm getting there and in the game, I'm gonna be focused on.
Is Ville coming?
Oh, they are. Yeah.
What are you doing on teams?
Teams? I've kind of been all over the place. They had me at PP, they had me at kickoff return, had me on kickoff. So I'm excited for that opportunity. I think that special teams is such an important part of the game of football, and it's absolutely a way that anyone can contribute and looking to do that.
Where are you at health-wise heading into Thursday?
Health-wise, I feel great. I took a few days off. I'm sure you guys saw that, but I'm healing up.
Do you expect to be full go?
Yeah, the plan today was to practice. It got changed up a little bit today, but yeah, as far as I'm concerned.
How do you make up for that time lost?
My goal was really to be with Coach Chin, kind of following him around, being on his hip the whole time, and just picking up things, talking to him, learning, getting mental reps, every single rep. You're not physically in the play, but you can still get better in other ways. So
I think it's him. Is he pretty vocal with what you guys are doing?
Absolutely, yeah. He's a huge presence in our room. If you watch practice, he's running around, he's loud, he's fired up, he gets us going. So it's been awesome having him as my coach.
Pittsburgh, it's an old school party. Yes, each Saturday we throw it back with some of the best old school music, funk, R&B, old school, rap, hip hop, and all the jams that make you move and dance. Yes, check it out each Saturday right here on Pittsburgh's DSEN. All the old school jams, 6 to 11 p.m.
Pittsburgh, have you seen our Sunday radio schedule? Ooh, it is lit. Start the day off with our Sunday gospel music from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will inspire you and have you praising the Lord. Then from 3 to 8 p.m., we bring you Sunday jazz melody for all the jazz lovers. Then cap off the night with the Quiet Storm from 8 to 11 p.m. to hear the best smooth, romantic, and soulful R&B sounds of yesterday and today. All that each Sunday on Pittsburgh's DSEN, the place for soul.
All right. We are back. This is Soul Tape on Pittsburgh DSN. Man, I'm sitting here reading some text and everything, so we have to get caught up on our texts.
All right.
So I have the text, and I'm going to read some of them. But before I read some of them, I'm going to go back to this historic. I'm going to challenge Ken on historic because during the break, I started to think, man, Ken, he was just too focused in on when teams started, how long they've been around, and
I think that was the initial qualifier.
Well, historic is exactly what it implies in the name. Okay, making history.
Yeah.
Making history. You make history when you win 4 Super Bowls out of 6. Right.
Yeah.
You make history when you do what New England did, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you have to consider that historical.
Yeah. So, I mean, to say a team, who did you mention?
Dallas.
Yeah, so I think they're.
I'm a hater.
I think they're in the running. I think San Francisco 49ers, what they've done.
Yep.
I think they're in the running. So I'm going to give you another chance.
Yeah, no.
Your top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5 historic.
Okay, so
they have to be. They have to be accomplished.
Not those original teams that have. Okay,
right, like Chicago.
I got you.
Chicago.
Oh, got you.
But how many titles did Chicago win?
8 NFL titles, 1 Super Bowl.
Okay.
So they're second overall behind Green Bay.
8 titles.
Mm-hmm.
How many teams were in place at that time?
Like 8.
I'm about to say like 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Packers have 9 titles, 4 Super Bowls. Chicago had 8 titles, 1 Super Bowl.
Okay.
Giants have 4 titles, 4 Super Bowls.
And at the same time, you have to compare, even though I'm biased, right? Where you have the Steelers and you have Dallas, just like you can. But you have to keep in mind that the Steelers have been around since 1933, and you said Dallas has been around since 1960.
Yeah.
And then New England has been around since when? Was that 1962?
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay.
That's a long.
So that makes a big difference.
Yeah. No.
As well.
When I think top 5 overall, of all the franchises, the top most historical, right? I think Pittsburgh, absolutely. Green Bay, absolutely. You have to put New England in there, absolutely. You have to put Dallas in there, and you have to put San Francisco in there.
And let me say this too. I think you have to give teams more weight, okay, when you can win titles and Super Bowls. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, because so we basically talking about before the Super Bowl era.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, when you've done it in both leagues.
Both, right. AFL and NFL.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, so let me go through some text here as well. I have a text here from my boy John Bell also. And I'm not sure. I think he's talking about the Pirates here. It seems like they lose late in the year every year. I've been saying for about 10 years, I like that. I thought, okay, so now he's talking about NFL, I guess. I thought that the Rams, Chiefs, Broncos made me want that. The game is based on old nowadays. So I think he's referring to Mike McCarthy being a offensive coach. The first time the Steelers have had a offensive coach versus the defensive coaches. So Bell said he's for it. Okay.
I'm ready for it.
I'm not against it, but it's new.
Right.
It's new. So we'll see. And I think Mike McCarthy is a heck of a coach. I really do. And I hope he'll be able to, bring success back to the Steelers. And it's not fair to say that. I hope he's able to at least get a playoff win and
we starving
and
for
get
one,
us
bro.
back on track.
We are starving for one,
and get us back on track to be a true contender,
right,
for the Super Bowl, right? All right. So what are we talking about, Keith?
WNBA.
WNBA. The Washington Mystics. Let's right off the top, man. I think what did they do?
They're hot. They won
seven straight
in a row.
Seven in a row.
They're going for 8 tonight. I think they got a game tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll check that.
Yeah.
So you believe they're for real? Tell us why.
Washington Mystics. I talked about a girl that plays for them on this show recently, if you guys remember. Her name is Kiki Arifin. She's part of the dangerous. She's part of the big three. I think Washington is a dangerous dark horse team. We just talked about Kiki Arifin. Shakira Austin. She's been cooking. She's the big man, the big center for Washington. And then don't forget about Notre Dame alum Sonia Cintron. She's a cold-blooded scorer. And Washington is the second best defensive team in the WNBA. That's big because you need defense to win a championship. And also,
are you for real? But go ahead.
Also, they just added Lainey Hamilton via New York. I think they released her. She brings veteran leadership to a young team. She adds wing depth, and she brings playoff and championship experience. She won the title in 24 with New York. She's for her career average, I think she's at about 11 points per game, 36% career three-point shooter. So she's going to add that depth, and they need an older veteran because there's a lot of young females on that team, and they need her experience. And do not sleep the Washington Mystics. I think they're for real.
Yeah, you definitely can't sleep on.
Yeah, don't forget about my girl Georgia Moore too, man. She's come off the injury. She's a heck of a floor general.
So I mean, the champs are the defending champs, Las Vegas Aces, right?
Yeah, they're still the 3 seed,
and they're resting players, from what I understand.
Well, what had happened was they traveled cross country for a back-to-backer, and Asia Wilson coming off that injury, they want to preserve her because her, Jackie Young, and Chelsea Gray, they've been playing a lot of minutes.
Are you sure they're not getting like the NBA a little bit?
I doubt it. I know
with low management, man.
No, because if you look at the standings right now, like Minnesota, Golden State, and Las Vegas, they pretty much look like they're going to be the top 3 seeds. And then if you look at the seeds 4 to 8, 4 through 8, they're all one game ahead or behind each other. So this last couple of weeks, in September, because this is the World Cup year. So in September, they go on break for 2 weeks for the World Cup. But that following week, when they come back from the World Cup, it's going to be total
Since you mentioned
chaos.
This, somebody's feeling some kind of way about not being on that World Cup.
That's
team.
every team, man. Every time an Olympic team come out, there's always a couple people that should be on the team that can't. It's only 12 spots, man. Everybody can't make it.
Who's on the team and who's not on the team?
Well, a lot of people they're catering for Kelsey Mitchell to be on the team. What's the other girl's name? I vouch for Kiki Arifin, but it's like, who are you going to take off? Who you going to take off, bro? You want to take off. You can't take off Angel Reese. You need Caitlin Clark for shooting. Asia Wilson, she ain't going nowhere. She's the dawn of all dogs.
Caitlin Clark didn't make the Olympic team, right?
No, she made the World Cup roster. She's on the roster.
But she didn't make the Olympic team.
No, that was her rookie year, though. That was.
I'm just saying. Yeah. You're saying she has to be on this team.
Yeah, this team she is. She has to be. You need her shooting. You need her playmaking. You know what I mean? You got Kelsey Plum. You can't sub her out. She's probably the best point guard in the WNBA. Okay.
Mitchell, if I'm not mistaken, she's the best player on Indiana, right?
Yeah. She's cold-blooded.
A lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, she's cold-blooded. Yeah. Man, that girl, woo. But it's like, who you going to take off for her, though?
Yeah, I'm bringing up the roster now.
Yeah. We'll pull the roster up.
Yeah, as I do that,
you can throw some names out, and I got a case for each player.
Yeah. So as I do that, though, how many teams make the playoffs?
8 teams.
8 out of what is there? 12
I think
teams?
it's 16 WNBA teams. I think 14. Seattle eliminated. They announced that. I'm sorry, Flage. They said the Seattle Storm officially eliminated.
Yeah.
We'll be back, though. We'll
9,
be back
10,
like we left some.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15 teams.
Okay. I was one off. Yeah, the final. The up there.
Yeah.
Only
Now
8 teams make it.
they're expanding as well.
Yeah, you got a couple of teams, Cleveland, Philly, I think Charlotte, a couple of teams coming.
Man, I would love for a Pittsburgh team.
Yeah,
I would. We need.
I would too.
You
Me
know,
too. I would go to the games too and support them. I would
Mhm.
love that. Heck yeah, man. Did you pull that roster up?
I'm still efforting.
My only knock about that roster, why you pulling it up? I have one gripe with that roster. I love the team, but I looked at the roster, and the only thing I worry about is, you might play Belgium or France. They got a bunch of big females. And what if Asia Wilson get in foul trouble? Who is the backup? And people say Angel Reese, but I look at Angel Reese as more of a 4. She can play the 5, but I think her strong suit is at the 4, at a power forward. You don't got no other bigs besides that.
Is this it right here?
Yeah, that's the roster right there. Yup.
Okay.
Yup.
Okay, go ahead and read it.
All right. So we got Aaliyah Boston, Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark.
Yep.
Nafisa Collier.
Nafisa Collier.
She's a beast.
All right.
Yeah, that's
All right.
Yeah.
Kalia Cooper, Chelsea Gray.
Yeah, Kalia Copper, yeah.
Oh, Copper. I'm sorry. Ryan Howard, Kelsey Plum.
Yeah. She just got traded, but she still made him.
Yeah, she's the best. She's the best offensive guard.
Go
point
ahead.
guard.
Angel Reese, Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, Jackie Young, and then the coaches.
Yeah. So who do you take off?
Who's the head coach?
Head coach is it Kara Lawson?
Good choice.
Yep.
Good choice.
And then the assistant coach, Natalie Nakasi and Nate Tibbetts.
Yeah, he's
and
good. Stephanie White. Yeah, she know basketball too. So I like that coaching staff. Kara Lawson's doing a great job at Duke.
Yep. Tia Jackson is one of the scouts.
So who would you take off the roster, Kev? Did you have a gripe with this roster? Because I don't.
The main person that I know had a problem was Sabrina Ionescu.
Well, she's been hurt all year. She's been banged up, man.
Yeah.
So that might have been part of the reason why they didn't put her on the roster. Her health been up and down, and the New York Liberty, they're going to need her for that playoff run.
Yeah.
Her shooting is key.
Yeah. What about Olivia Miles?
I sat there and thought about her, but I'm like, man, who do you take off? And she's having a magnificent year. She might win Rookie of the Year and MVP, but I don't know nobody I could take off for her. I'm sorry, and I love her.
And again, I mentioned Caitlin Clark isn't even the best player on the team, and Mitchell didn't make it.
No, she didn't. No, but once again, who do you take off the roster for her?
Well, you take her off.
Who?
Caitlin Clark.
No, you can't. You're going to need that shooting, man.
Yeah.
You need that shooting, especially in Olympic basketball. I mean, that's basically what it is. Olympic basketball, her shooting is key for those for that type of game, for that Olympic game. It works perfect.
So Kelsey Mitchell is the best player on the Indiana team.
Yeah.
And she can shoot, right?
Yeah, she could. Yeah, they call her the female Michael Reed.
Yeah, I mean it's a good discussion.
It is.
It's a good discussion.
It is. That's every team, though, man. It's like, when Isaiah didn't make the dream team.
How's Ryan Howard?
Ryan Howard, she's the best player for the Atlanta Dream.
Yeah.
She's a cold-blooded scorer.
Yeah.
She played defense.
Well, I mean, I'm just throwing this out here, but what about Paige Beckers?
No, you got to keep her.
Is she that
Paige
good?
Becker's a monster.
Okay.
She's the reason why Dallas is going to make the playoffs.
Interesting. So.
And you could play her at 1, or you could play her at the 1 or the 2.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, her down low, but you got other ones.
And she played defense.
We just got a text in from Yolanda.
Okay.
As well. Let me see. I would love to hear more about Pittsburgh's swim team, gymnastic, horse racing, soccer. All right, Yolanda. Yeah, we cover all Pittsburgh sports. So we definitely hear you. One of the things that I'll mention regarding Pittsburgh sports too, Pitt volleyball team.
They're good every year. They're good. I just hope they can get over the hump.
I think they're ranked number 4, if I'm not.
Yeah, we keep getting to the Final Four and losing.
Yeah, but hey, Yolanda, if we could bring you more information regarding these other sports, we will. The Riverhounds, for example, that play right across the river. All right. So anything else on the WNBA?
No, not right this second, man. We got the playoff run, and that's pretty much it, man. Like for now, I'm just waiting to see how this order in a playoff, how the seeding goes. That's pretty much what I'm waiting on.
So from ESPN, let's get into the NBA. All right. The schedule release is Thursday. And they decided, the NBA, and again, this is according to ESPN, the New York Knicks will raise their championship banner on opening day, which is October 20th, against Philly. With LeBron James and Jaylen Brown and who am I thinking of? The people that's been there, players that's been there, the big guy.
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid and Maxey, right?
Yeah.
All those cats. We'll see if they're able to spoil the night for the New York Knicks. And then we have go ahead.
What about this Christmas lineup? This is football and basketball. Just listen. Christmas is going to be insane for sports junkies. Just hear me out real quick, y'all.
Go ahead.
At noon, Christmas Day, guys, you got the Spurs and the Knicks. Then at 1 p.m., you got the Packers and the Bears. Then 2:30, Miami Heat versus the Celtics. Giannis playing Boston. 4:30, Denver versus the Broncos. I get to see my guy Pat Surtain. After that, 5 p.m., Sixers and Lakers. LeBron plays his old team. Then it ain't over yet.
Yeah.
8 o'clock, Thunder and T-Wolves. You get to see Shea Butter and SGA and LaMelo Ball go at it.
Yep.
Over some good Christmas dinner. Nightcap, the Rams and Seahawks. We get to watch Matthew Stafford play against that superb
Yeah, so
Seattle
you're mixing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Christmas is going to be crazy. And then I got one more. Yeah, another NBA game. This is it, the final one, 10:30 p.m. You got Jokic playing against Steph Curry and Draymond Green. Oh, my God. This ain't the ultimate sports lineup for Christmas Day. You might as well just go jump off a bridge, man. This is
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, don't do that. We're not recommending no suicide or nothing. That's real. But I'm just, being sarcastic. But this Christmas Day, yo, if you're a sports fan, you got to love it. You got to love this Christmas Day coming up, this sports lineup, man. Amazing. I'll be glued.
And what I would like to say as well, the majority of our viewers view the show from the recording. So these topics that we're talking about, if you have any comments, if you're watching the recording, please send your comments in. We'll definitely get back to you. Okay. So we covered the NBA schedule as far as what they released so far. The main day is Thursday. I don't have the time for Thursday, I don't think.
7 p.m.
Is it 7 p.m. on Thursday?
7 p.m.
So you know what we'll be doing on Thursday at 7 p.m., right? Yeah. It's Steelers Packers time.
I can't wait.
Yeah. All right. So where do we want to go? Let's go down to PGA. Get that in before our next break.
Okay.
What's going on in golf? We'll cover the PGA as well as the LPGA. So this past week, Michael Brennan won the Wyndham Championship, shooting 22 under. 22 under. Okay, earning his second PGA Tour victory. The win was huge because he entered the tournament number 105 in FedEx points and jumped all the way up to 47, which allowed him to get into the playoffs. So that's really, that's fantastic. Earning your way in, that's the best way to do it. So the FedEx Cup playoffs begins this week, actually on Thursday at the FedEx St. Jude Championship at TPC Southwind in Memphis. So we're talking about a field of the top 70 players from this year. Okay. The purse is $20 million. The leading contenders heading into the FedEx Cup, Scotty Scheffler is still number one, even though I'm not sure how many times he won this year, Ken.
Not
His name
much.
been ringing bells all year.
I think only a couple times. I mean, he's come in the top 10, quite a few. But
Yeah,
his
top 5 probably.
Yeah, he's
top
been pretty.
five,
He's
yeah.
been pretty consistent and
Yeah.
pretty good, man. Y'all put me
But
on
he-
his golfing.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's
but
a
he
name I always
hasn't
see.
been winning.
Right.
He hasn't been winning.
Right.
though.
That's cool, but he's right there in the mix.
No,
Yeah.
it's like-
It's
compared
like a
to
team that keep getting to the Sweet 16. Eventually, he's gonna get over the hump.
Okay.
Compared to last year, though, this is a slump for him.
Okay.
Last year
Big
it was
time.
like 3, 4, 5 in a row.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the current odds.
Stand relevant.
Scotty Scheffler plus 445, and there's Rory McIlroy plus 950. Xander Schauffele plus 1900. Tommy Fleetwood plus 1900. And well, actually, Tommy Fleetwood is plus 1950, and Sam Burns plus 2000. So I'll stop there. All right. So that's what's going on in the PGA. And I thought I had some information on the LPGA as well. On the LPGA side, this week they have the Standard Portland Classic going on. So that's your update from a golf standpoint. Now what we need to do, we need to take a real quick break. And when we come back from the break, we need to talk about our Pittsburgh Steelers as well as Pitt Football. Everyone should know Pitt Football is in training camp right now as well. And Mason Heischel, is the man.
Yeah.
However, there are some concerns from a Pitt Football standpoint that I have, and I'll share with everyone when we return, as well as, like I said, we'll talk about the upcoming preseason game, Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Packers with the new defensive scheme. And also we need to talk about the players that we feel need to be on a watch list. Okay? So we'll do all of that and more when we return.
In your second year, and what's different with your game?
A lot more comfortable where I'm at. It's just a different feeling, when you get comfortable with things you're doing and getting better.
Patrick Graham has talked about how he likes working with you guys in the front. That's because that's where he's used to. What has he been as like a defensive coordinator who focuses on you guys as defensive linemen?
What do you mean by that?
Well, he told us that he loves working with you guys specifically. I know that the Terrell Austin, your defensive coordinator last year, more of a DB's coach. How does working with Patrick Graham, do you feel any difference, or does it feel cool getting extra input from your defensive coordinator?
It's always good because, as a D-line, we know it starts up front. So having a defensive coordinator that has that same thought process is great.
As a D-line, what do you guys hope to get out of the preseason game on Thursday?
Just establish what this 2026 group is going to look like.
Derek, when you spoke with us yesterday, talked about the importance that's been placed on the getting off of blocks, shedding blocks, and the techniques and fundamentals that go into that. Mike talked about that too in his second press conference with us. How has that been translated to you guys, and what have you been working on in that context?
Football is a pretty simple game. It comes down to blocking and tackling, and the only way to tackle is to get off the block.
We've seen you'll be part with the first team unit primarily at nose tackle a lot. How is that different from playing in the 4-eye where Carl Dunbar used to play? That's where they saw that you being fit into the last defense versus you being a nose tackle this year.
Just get in where you fit in. You play where they tell you to play.
Wade, does not being able to tackle out here ramp up the anticipation at all more for Thursday night?
It's a football-like environment. You can't really tackle. You don't want to injure guys, but at the same time, when it comes down to football, you have to do it.
Kind of in that same vein, how much are you looking forward to going against somebody other than your own team that you've been facing for the last couple of weeks?
A lot. You train the whole summer to get back into football, and then now you're ready to actually play.
Do you think there's going to be any changes to what we see universally from the defense? And is there any different focus from the last snap to this snap?
At the end of the day, a defense, you preach the same thing. And that's to stop the run and win games coming out with it.
All right. All right. This is Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSN. You just heard from the new nose tackle of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Y.A. Black. And I say new because they shifted him over into that role.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he is very comfortable in that role. So that's something that we could look forward to.
I think he's
checking
going to
him
excel.
out.
If you look at the
You have
projected,
confidence in him.
if you look at
Okay.
the projected starters, they got him starting over Keanu Benton, and I
They do.
kind of like that
Yeah,
because he's bigger.
yeah.
He's bigger, and I think it'll keep Benton fresher, and I think he's going to be more explosive due to Y.A. Black.
Okay.
Yeah.
And before we hop the Pitt as well as the Steelers with this game on Thursday, I do want to acknowledge a number of players because we acknowledged Larry Fitzgerald going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame last week. But I want to acknowledge the other ones, okay? Drew Brees, okay? Roger Craig, who disclosed he has an illness as well. So prayers out to Roger Craig.
First one to get that thousand, boy.
Yeah. He was a bad boy. Luke Kuechly, another bad boy.
A lot
as
of
well
people
for
said he
Carolina.
shouldn't have made it, but I beg to differ.
Yeah, I do too.
That boy was
and Adam Vinatieri.
undrafted. Where you from? South Dakota.
So
what's the chances?
Congratulations to all those guys. I mean, heck of all of them. They were really good football players. So that was good to see. Now, from a Pitt standpoint, okay, they're in training camp, right now, and our Pitt primary coverage guy, Luther Dupree, will be providing information on our YouTube channel as well because he was over there today
that's what's
checking
up. Shout out
everything
to
out.
Luther, man. That's
And
what's up.
I don't think I've seen anything out there yet, but he'll give us an update as far as what happened today.
Okay.
But returning starter, Mason Heischel
he's
as
nice.
quarterback.
I like him.
I don't care what level you're at. I shouldn't say what level, but basically, from the high school level and up, starts with the quarterback. You don't have a chance to win unless you have a bona fide quarterback. And Pitt has a bona fide quarterback.
Yes, they do.
Okay. Now, who will he be throwing the ball to? Kenny Johnson.
He's at Texas Tech.
Yeah,
he won't be in the NFL.
And I was very disappointed.
Me too, man, because he's a PA kid, and they let him get away, man.
Yeah, man.
And I know they got that NIL money for that boy, but I would love to hear his side of the story. You know what I mean? If you're watching the show, Mr. Johnson, hit us up, man. We'd love to talk to you about that, man. Hope you have a good career down Texas Tech, bro.
Yeah, well, I think he's probably done after this year.
Yeah, well, good season.
Yeah.
Because that boy got hands.
Because he played 2 years at Pitt.
Yeah, I think he redshirted a year.
And I think he has one more year of eligibility,
you might be right,
if
bro.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So, Pitt is getting ready over there at the South Side. I had the opportunity to go over last week with Luther Dupree for the media day.
Okay.
And we had the opportunity to talk to Pat Narduzzi as well as all the other position coaches and everything as well. So they feel pretty good going into the year.
Yeah.
They understand that they have a lot of hard work in front of them.
Yeah, because that SEC stacked.
Yeah. Well, but when you take a look at Pitt's schedule,
I got to look at their schedule.
The first 6 or 7 games are winnable games. So we're talking about Syracuse at home, at Virginia Tech, North Carolina. Let me see if this is.
Do they play SMU or Miami or Clemson this year?
Let me make sure I have the complete schedule because I think that's a portion of the schedule. But go ahead, Keith.
Do they I'm gonna talk about some players too, but do we play SMU, Miami, or Clemson? If ain't none of them 3 on the schedule, this might be an 8 or 9 win team.
I think Miami.
That's gonna be a tough.
We're not gonna play Clemson. Don't we typically?
Well, the ACC so stacked, so it be rotating. It be rotating. And SMU, I think they're going to win I think either them or Miami's going to win the division.
Okay.
The ACC.
So I have the schedule up.
Yeah.
Right here. So Miami of Ohio is the first game. September
Wow,
5th.
that's crazy because Miami of Ohio got a lot of local guys on their team from the
Okay.
Whippeal. So this should be good. I can't wait to
All
see
right.
this.
So then we have UCF.
Okay.
Okay.
That ain't going to be no easy game.
But it's at home.
Yeah.
Okay. Syracuse at home.
Okay.
Bucknell at home. That's 4. And then Virginia Tech on the road.
James Franklin and them.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
It's hard. It's always hard to win in Blacksburg.
And then UNC, okay, here in Pittsburgh, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Boston College at home.
Ooh, I love that.
So,
yeah, he still be there.
So realistically,
that's about 7 wins.
I say 6-1.
You say 6-1. Okay.
I can see them losing to Virginia Tech.
Yeah, that's going to be the tough one right
in
there.
Blacksburg.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That crowd is
and then after that, then Pitt plays Miami.
And
in Miami.
They're not beating Miami.
It gets a little shaky.
Darian Mensah and them, they are loaded down there.
And then Georgia Tech at home.
We should get them. No Haynes King.
Florida State at home.
That's going to be a tough one.
All right. Louisville on the road.
Should be.
And then California on the road.
We go out
so
west.
We'll make our projections before the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what people need to know right now, they're at training camp, and a big question mark for me is who will step up from a wide receiver standpoint.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have Mason Heischel throw the ball to them.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it should be pretty interesting.
I got 2 players that I want people to keep an eye on this year for Pitt, man.
Okay.
So first, and I can't wait to talk to Luther because he probably already know about this guy. Keep an eye on freshman running back Damon Ferguson, 4-star recruit, highly talented out of Baltimore, Milford Academy, 5'11", 208 pounds, very explosive running back. He's been having a good camp so far, and he should get some snaps behind starter Jakarian Turner. And then also look for my guy, man, in the secondary, junior free safety Cruz Brookins, to have a breakout year. He's a physical, hard-hitting ball hawk out of Steel Valley. He already has 4 career enters at Pitt going into his junior year. And yeah, this guy's starting to look like Brian Dawkins. Starting to look like a Brian Dawkins.
All right. All right. And the name
I'm telling
again?
you, Cruz Brookins.
Okay.
Shout out to the Brookins family, man.
Okay.
His dad cool and them, man. Yeah. This guy's tough. I mean, he's a former quarterback, so the athleticism is dear.
Okay.
And he's been in the Pitt program for a couple years now, and I think this is the breakout year for Cruz Brookins.
And just to make everybody aware, too, there's some splatter out there, or rumors that former Pitt running back Desmond Reed.
Yeah, he might be able to come back now because of that ruling. Oh, that'll be a bonus, bro. Yeah, the dude for Texas just went back, I think. I think a lineman for Texas or one of those high-profile, big-time blue blood schools.
Right.
Just had a kid leave one of the NFL training camps, and he's eligible to play again.
So we'll see.
Crazy.
So that's what's going down from a Pitt football standpoint. Everyone stay posted to our YouTube channel because, like I said, we do have a guy covering the team, on a weekly basis. And if there's anything you need to know, we'll make sure it's posted out there. All right. Ken, real quick before we get into the Steelers, your thoughts on the Penguins extending Ville?
I'll say it.
What is it?
It's Ville Koivunen.
Ville? Koivunen.
Yes.
Okay.
So this one, it was a nice, relaxing day. And then you see something like this come through and it tells you that the season's almost here, man. It was a shocker. I'll tell you that much. Okay.
A good shocker or a bad one?
We don't know.
Okay.
Last year, if this was going into last year, I would have said, "Oh, this is exciting." After seeing Ville's work this year, it's I don't want to say it's a concern, but it's a huge gamble. Okay, so the Pittsburgh Penguins made a huge bet, and they signed a guy who's barely a season and a half into the NHL, right? So he's been with the team for a few years, but only 47 career NHL games. Okay, Ville Koivunen, he's 23 years old. He's a restricted free agent, so we have his rights. He signed an 8-year contract extension worth $32 million. Okay, so that's $4 million annual cap hit running all the way through 2033-34 season. Where he's at right now, 47 career NHL games, 14 points, 2 goals, 12 assists. That is not a proven top 6 scorer. Not yet. What he was supposed to be last year was he was supposed to be a player playing top 2 lines, come in, be a goal scorer. That did not happen. But he did perform well at the AHL level. So, and I think this is why Dubas pulled the trigger. So with Wilkes-Barre Scranton that last year, Koivunen put up 41 points in 34 games, 13 goals, 28 assists, topped the team in points per game, led the Baby Penguins in assists, and was named AHL Player of the Month in February. Kept producing into the playoffs, 9 points, 15 games, and helped Wilkes-Barre Scranton run to the conference finals. Koivunen, he was originally part of the Jake Getzel trade. So he was Carolina's second-round pick in 2021, came over to Pittsburgh in March 2024 in the blockbuster trade that sent Jake Getzel to the Hurricanes. So when he came here, he's had a target on his back for quite some time in terms of when is he going to produce? When is he going to be the guy? And last year, Kyle Dubas even made a comment that he came in out of shape. He came into camp out of shape. He was not impressed with how he came into camp. He was not in shape. And
this is how he gets rewarded?
Right. But that was coming into camp last year. He did make another comment and said that he was really happy with how he bounced back after, giving that feedback and part of his development. He bounced back, and impressed with his response. He turned it around. And again, I just talked about some of his numbers. But in Dubas's words, we view this contract as a bet on Ville, his potential, and our belief that he is going to do the work to reach that potential. So 2 things. 1, why now and why so long? The market. And with the new CBA capping future contracts at 7 years, starting in September. So this is like the last 8-year deal they can do.
It's the last 8-year deal they can do?
With the new CBA going into effect.
So that's a question I have. Why 8 years?
They're banking on potential, ain't they?
They're banking on potential. So
that's all that's telling me.
If this works out,
that's still 8 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
He's young. How old is he? About 22?
It doesn't matter.
He's 23 years old.
I never like. I
don't like it either.
Yeah, me neither. Those long, 4 or 5 years. That's it, man. If I'm a GM, I ain't giving you more than 5 years.
Yeah. Whatever the bargain is, because if it pays off and we're paying $4 million for a top 6 forward, then that's a huge bargain. If Koivunen delivers. However, the risk and reward here is like it's leaning heavy towards risk. And to me, I just 3 years I would have been fine with, right? 8 years tells me it's either going to be a huge win or it's going to be one of those where you buy out his contract and just take the
because right now he's getting paid more than the medium salary in the NHL, which is $2.5 million.
Yeah.
Okay, he's getting paid on average $4 million a year. So
yeah, and they're also with the cap increasing next year even more and even more after that, right? So it'll be a small, minute piece of the salary cap. I think right now he's 3.9% of the overall team salary cap. And as we get closer to the end of it, it'll probably go down into the 2 or even high 1s. But still, to me, this is something where it's a huge bet.
Yeah.
He did bounce back. He did put a lot into it. It's going to be all eyes on him early in camp next year.
I disagree with what I do know about the signing.
Yeah.
I think he was just severely overpaid. I don't care how much the cap goes up. The median salary is still $2.5 million, and he's getting paid on average $4 million a year. The good thing is we'll see what happens. Now.
And now keep in mind, and the only thing I want to say is if if the cap does climb toward 150, 160 million, and we're paying a top AHLer $4 million, it's not the end of the world.
What did you say?
If he tops out as an top end AHL player,
okay,
right down at the Wilkes-Barre Scranton level,
yep.
If he tops out there and we're paying him $4 million, it will be a loss, but it won't kill the cap, right? So it won't completely.
Yeah, but I don't care about the cap. I really don't. I care about what is being paid to the player. The cap could be $50 billion, but what am I paying that player? Is what I'm paying that player worth what I'm paying him?
Yep,
that's what I care about.
So if he does what he's supposed to do, right, based on where he was drafted, based on how he's done so far, based on what his skill level is, if he delivers, this should be a very good bargain.
Okay, so are you happy with it or not?
No.
Okay.
In order to justify this contract, I need at least 2 All-Star appearances out of his 8 years. 2 to justify this contract.
Yeah,
he got to get us 2 All-Star games.
What about 2 playoff series wins?
That'll help. That'll help. A couple hat tricks or something, some game-winning goals.
Do something for me.
Yeah, against the Rangers or something in the conference semis or something. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't even care about the All-Stars. I would like to see
what I'm saying.
20 goals.
What I mean, he's having
seasons.
a good year, though.
Yeah.
20 goal
help
seasons,
the Penguins,
20 assists.
Help the Penguins down the line win.
Yeah, bring Lord Stanley
series.
back. Yep. Bring it back.
Yep.
At least a playoff series.
Yeah.
It's funny how all the teams here in Pittsburgh are two of them anyway, are very similar. Penguins and the Steelers, right?
Yeah, it always overpaying somebody.
Well, no, not from that standpoint. They're both stuck with and
aging veterans.
Well, the Penguins made the playoffs for the first time in what, 5 years, Ken, something like that.
Yeah.
So, and the Steelers been going to the playoffs, but just can't win a playoff game.
Right.
And
at least we competitive.
So really, each team is at a different phase, right?
Right.
The Pirates can't make the playoffs.
Right.
Okay. The Penguins just started back to making the playoffs.
Yep. They got some
yearly.
aging veterans, and we got an aging veteran at quarterback.
Can't win a series,
right?
And the Steelers routinely make the playoffs.
They can't get over
and can't get a playoff win. So we'll see what happens. So,
oh man!
All right, talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay,
let's talk about we said we're excited about the offense. How excited are you all with the new defense, the new defensive scheme? I know that we talked about Terrell Austin, the former Steelers defensive coordinator, and we really didn't like his coaching.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I'm so happy he's gone. I don't know where he at, but I really don't care. But
so here's the opportunity to have a new defensive coordinator, new defensive scheme, some new pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So
new wrinkles.
Yeah. So this game on Thursday, Green Bay already said Jordan Love should play. Right. So a lot of their ones, if they're healthy, they should be out there.
That's a good test for our D-backs. I like it. I like it.
So we'll see who's going to be healthy out of our defensive backs that will go up against Jordan Love. It'll be a good test.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully you got some of them wideouts out there like the Matthew Golden and Christian Watson and I forgot the other Jaden Reed in them, man. That'll give the secondary a good workout.
Yeah, for sure.
Because all those dudes are good.
And then we have Nick Herbig that got paid during the offseason, right?
Right. Mount Washington or Washington.
We need we're talking defense here.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay, so we need to watch how the Steelers will deploy the 3 top edge rushers.
Well, I heard they got a formation already like that where all 3 are on the field, and I can't wait. They're not going to unveil it Thursday.
Yeah.
He's going to wait. He's not going to show his hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
it'll be vanilla defense. He might show a little bit.
Yeah, it might be an opportunity to see a little bit.
Just a little bit.
The same thing with Y.E. Black.
Yeah.
Playing nose tackle, getting some experience there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to see who the center is for Green Bay. to see how good of a test
That's a good question.
it will be.
That's
Yeah.
a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, Patrick Graham, man, he, with Mike Tomlin, man, you had a lot of single high coverages. That goes out the window now. With this Patrick Graham guy, what I know is heavy nickel packages, moving edge rushers around, split safety disguises, utilizes two high split safety looks, pre-snap, confuses quarterbacks by trying to mess what the weak side safety does, multiple front alignments. And from what I'm hearing and just listening to him, he seemed like he's a very detail heavy guy. And a lot of the players they're starting to gravitate towards him. So I'm with him. I hope it works, man. I look at his past stops. He didn't have the roster on defense that we have. Like his other stops, he didn't have all these dogs on defense. Like he, as other stops. So it's gonna be real interesting to see this Patrick Graham defense, and I can't wait, man.
Something to look out for. All right.
I'm most excited about the pre-snap. The fact that we're going to see pre-snap movement, the fact that we're going to see they're making like TJ Watt move around. They're making there's going to be some changes. That's what I'm most excited about.
All right. Update on the Pirates score before we get back to the Steelers. Paul Skeens is on the mound. He's in his fifth inning, and the Marlins are winning right now 2-0. The line on Paul Skeens right now, let me see if I have it. 5 hits so far. It looks like 1 earned run on 65 pitches. So let's see how far Paul Skeens go. Earlier, we talked about the Pirates pitching, not pitching any more than 6 innings over the last 17 games. So we'll see how long Paul Skeens go. And again, it's 2-0. Miami in the bottom of the 5th. All right, so we have a video on cue, and we're going to go probably about 10 minutes over since we started 10 minutes late today to make sure we get everything in. We've been talking defense, and one of the players, we need to switch gears, okay, and talk about players to watch.
Yep, I got it.
And on our promo, there were 3 players to watch on our promo for today's show.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Wilson, Broderick Jones, and who was the other one? Roman Wilson, Broderick Jones, and Caleb Johnson.
Oh, good. I'm glad they ain't none of the 3 dudes I got.
Okay.
Good.
Now, another one we need to watch is Jeremy Bernard. Okay, wide receiver. Okay, because like you said, Keith, this needs to be an improved group.
Yes.
Okay. So we have a video from after practice today, Jeremy Bernard telling us his thoughts on his experience so far and looking forward to the game on Thursday.
How much are you enjoying taking advantage of the added reps, especially the first 2 offenses?
I mean, it's a great opportunity to get in there with A-Rod and kind of just learn everything about him, learn his signals and everything. And so he's teaching me a lot, and I'm still asking questions from DK and Pitt. So those guys are doing a great job of just teaching everybody in the room and making sure that everybody's following the line.
What do you hope to get out of the preseason game?
Are they reevaluating over here?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately we just want to build that team camaraderie. We want to, understand our identity as a team, and so our goal is always to win.
How much are you?
What are your emotions like? I'm excited. It's a first preseason game, first NFL game. I'm excited. I've been dreaming about this my whole life, and so I'm just ready to go do it.
What's about your skill set that lets you move inside and outside seemingly so easily?
I mean, just being versatile. I mean, that's something that I hold dearly to my heart, just because I know it presents me with a lot of opportunities. So just being able to be versatile, being able to know all the positions is going to give you more an advantage. It's going to give you more opportunities to make plays and get in the game.
All right, so there you go. Jeremy Bernard talking to the media today after practice. He was the number 2 draft pick in this year's draft. And initially, fellas, I said that I thought that he would be ahead of Roman Wilson on the depth chart. But Roman Wilson is actually having a better camp. Roman Wilson has been impressive.
Very
impressive.
And Jeremy Bernard has been okay. Seems like he's probably
Rookie wall. It's the rookie woes, bro.
Yeah, it seems like, he's a step behind.
Right.
Roman
He's
Wilson.
still learning. And that happens with rookie receivers.
Yeah.
Everybody's not going to come in and be like Randy Moss and all that. So
right.
It's a learning curve.
Yeah.
It's a learning curve.
Okay. So, again, this game Thursday is huge.
Yes, it is.
Okay. To actually see some of these guys on the watch list, what they'll be able to do.
Yeah.
Fight for their jobs. And you know what? I had a conversation with another media person earlier today regarding how the window of opportunity for the Steelers has shrunk as a result of Mike McCarthy's methodology. And what I mean by that is Mike Tomlin believed in tackling in camp. Right.
And
So
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm going to say something. Go ahead.
So you take a guy like a Jalen Warren, right? Undrafted, free agent, who was able to make the team that's now a starter.
Right.
Think about it. If they didn't have hitting, tackling in camp,
Wouldn't know what he could do.
there's a good chance that he wouldn't be on this team.
No, because we wouldn't have seen his break and tackle ability.
Previously,
His
players were able to not only show what they could do during preseason games, but also in practice. So that's why I said the window of opportunity has shrunk.
Right.
Okay. So now you got to prove it with the limited games, the 3 games,
limited
for
reps.
preseason.
And one thing too, man, because I know we got to move on, but I'm gonna say this real quick. I don't like this. This for my Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't care about no other team. This is about the Steelers. I don't like this no tackling in camp, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Y'all tell me what you think real quick. You play the Atlanta Falcons week 1, right? Right, guys? You play the Atlanta Falcons. You know the Atlanta Falcons got who they just gave a boatload of money to? The best running back in the league, Bijan Robinson.
You're right.
So I'm telling you now,
you got to tackle that dude.
Here you go. If we lose this game, I'm calling all the shows and I'm talking trash, man, because I'm blaming Mike McCarthy because you got to have Patrick Queen and them ready, man. They missed a lot of tackles last year. You got to be ready. You're playing the best running back in the league. So who you going to tackle? You got to tackle somebody.
But Keith, that's what I'm saying. But
dude is elusive,
that's what I'm saying, Keith. That's the bias that we have to look for with Mike McCarthy, with him being an offensive-minded head coach and calling offensive play. And where I'm going with this is contradictory to say that Aaron Rodgers is going to play 35 to 40 snaps.
He's not.
In the preseason because he wants to get his offense ready.
Right.
What about getting that defense ready by allowing tackling in camp?
That boy tough, man. I'm telling you, but he run for $120 and we lose, man. I'm gonna have some not so kind things to say, man. So he better have them boys ready, man. I'm telling you.
The only thing that I will say in response to that, because I agree with the take. However, how many times did we go into game 1 and look like doo-doo in terms of tackling and defense?
Yeah, but you don't want to get worse.
I agree.
I thought last year they did a solid job tackling what's the running back for the Jets? Breece Hall. I thought they did a solid job. I thought the defense did a solid tackling job.
They did.
So if we can get that type of effort week 1 against Tua and Bijan Robinson and them, I'll be cool with that.
Real quick, I gave you some of the players to put on a watch list.
Yeah.
Okay, Ken, do you have one to add?
Oh, one to add.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you're killing me.
You want me to go to Keith first?
Go to Keith first.
All right, what you got, Keith? You got a player?
I got 2. First, I got Gabriel Rubio, 6th-round pick. He's been better than advertised in training camp. Getting second-team reps, earning high praise from Mike McCarthy and Cam Hayward. He's been dominant in goal line drills. Now it got to translate to Green Bay. It has to translate. And one more dude, man. I'm looking at Will Howard. Like I just told you a couple of segments ago.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy, the quarterback whisperer. He worked with Rich Gannon and so on. Can he turn Will Howard into a solid NFL quarterback?
I'm glad you brought it up. Also, Drew Aller is on that list. Hope I didn't steal your
No, I was. Okay. I figured that
Dalen Everett.
Yeah.
And Will Howard spoke to the media yesterday, so that interview is out there on YouTube.
Yeah, he got to seize the opportunity.
Yeah. Ken?
Yeah, no, I and those are great ones as well. I think that we need to keep an eye on, and I'm going to go a little off here, the kick return and punt return team.
Okay.
Right? So Caden Weesion and like Eli Heidenreich, but I also think we see some work by Mr. Roman Wilson. So I don't think he could be excluded because I think him and Caden Weesion.
Well, he was one of the ones I talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying the kick return and punt return team, let's keep an eye on them. I want to see that competition. I want Caden Weesion to win it.
Me too.
We brought him in for that. We drafted him high for that. So he needs to stand out. The other one, I want to, yes, the guards, number one. I want to see Spencer Anderson. The whole right side of the line is truly what I want to look at. And then one more name.
Okay.
One more name here because he's been sliding under people's radars.
Okay.
Keanu Benton.
Okay.
Keanu Benton. I don't think he's going to be playing much nose this year.
That's
Probably
good.
not.
That's
Probably
good.
not.
He'll have
Yeah.
more stamina for late in the fourth quarter.
I think
where
we see
he can
him-
use his leverage.
I agree. I think we see him more in like that defensive tackle, Cam Hayward.
Yep, where he's perfect at.
Yep, where
'Cause
he
he's
should be.
More
Yeah.
undersized, but I
He's
like
way-
him. I'm
yep.
a big fan of Keanu
So
Benton.
I want to see what he does and if they even lock him up before going into next year, which I don't think they will be.
Okay, cool. So Thursday, 7:00, going up against Green Bay Packers here in the Steel City. Now, before we close it down, just some news around the NFL.
Yeah, I got some news too when you're done. Some
Bear
NFL
safety got you Kobe Bryant to miss 4 to 6 months, undergoing, I should say, knee surgery. Kyler Murray was named the starter
I
for
like
week
that.
1.
I'm a big Kyler
over
Murray
JJ
fan.
McCarthy.
I like that.
Wow, that's a big setback for JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying,
He might
Keith.
get cut.
This is what I'm saying with those out there talking about let's go 6-10. Let's get one of the top
No,
quarterbacks.
man.
You
You
see
play
what
to win the game.
Do you see what these quarterbacks are doing? They're not
for-
panning out.
Not for that quarterback.
Well,
Yeah, right.
what's the other one that went to San Francisco? Trey years ago.
Oh my goodness, Trey Lance.
Trey
Lance.
I could go on and on and on. All right.
Man. Wow.
Chris Gonzalez, I understand, rolled an ankle today for New England as well, or yesterday.
Christian. Okay.
Whenever it was. Cornerback Nate Wiggins for the
Baltimore,
Ravens
yeah.
was carted off the
Wow.
field. Let me see if there's any other. Oh, Dallas signed
Yeah.
Quentin.
Quentin Williams.
Is it Williams?
3 years,
Yeah.
$105 million contract
defensive
extension.
tackle Quentin Williams,
Yup. He's pretty good.
$105.9 million.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Okay, let me see what else. Oh, this was a big one. I text you about this one, Keith. The Commanders left tackle.
Yeah, Laramie Tunsil. That's
Laramie
big,
Tunsil.
bro.
Yeah.
That is big.
To undergo surgery on a torn tricep.
Yeah.
Might be out most of the year or all of the year.
The guy that got backing him up, though, the good thing for Washington, he's a guy that started about 18 NFL games. I forgot his name right off top, but that kind of helps for Jay and Daniel.
But I'll stop there, Keith, because you might have some.
I do. I got a little bit of news and notes, man. I ain't gonna go through
I don't
all
want
of
to
them. I'm
cover
just
it
give
all.
y'all two.
Yeah.
So first, man, it's looking like we gonna go to Cleveland. Mistake by the lake. It's
Okay.
looking like Deshaun Watson will be the Browns' starting quarterback.
Are you sure?
He's taking the lead in a quarterback battle with 3 days of good, consistent practices. He's getting the team in and out of the huddle faster than Shador. He's been more
Keith,
consistent, more
Keith,
accurate. I'm
You're
telling
gonna make
you.
people mad, man.
Hey, I'm being honest.
You're gonna make Shador Sanders fans mad.
This is what the Cleveland beat reporters are telling me, man. And at this point, man, Shador has had his moments, but Watson has been more consistent moving the offense. And I think their head coach is going to go with Deshaun Watson, man.
Yeah, because he wants to keep his job, even though it'll be his first year for him, right?
Yeah, and I'm rooting for Deshaun, just not against my Steelers, man. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
And also, too, man, they be hating on this guy, man, saying his arms was too short, but I think this guy's a dog.
Arms or hands?
His arms. We talking about Tampa Bay edge rusher, rookie out of Miami, Reuben Bain Jr.
Okay.
He's having an excellent training camp. This dude Dude is collapsing the pocket effortlessly in 11-on-11 team drills. He's going head-to-head every day with elite offensive tackle Tristan Wirfs and Luke Godecki. Former Bucks head coach John Gruden, he's been at training camp the last couple days, and he compared Ruben Bain to former Defensive Player of the Year James Debo Harrison.
Wow.
He's predicting Bain to get at least 10 sacks as a rookie. Stay tuned, but I agree with John Gruden. I think Ruben Bain is relentless coming off that edge, man. He's going to show everybody. I'm not saying defensive rookie of the year, but he's going to have a heck of a year down there. They got Kalijah Cansey down there from Pitt. Shout out to my man, Pastor Cavassier Dennis. They got a couple Pitt dudes down there, and I think they're going to jail. Vita Fields on the D-line. They're going to jail, man. Don't sleep Tampa. Don't sleep Tampa.
Again, we talked about New Orleans.
Yeah.
Right? They're supposed to be on the come-up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
now, let's talk the Rams a little bit.
Okay.
Is our guy Aaron Donald back
he's
officially?
Coming back, bro. He's coming back. He ain't going to keep working out if he ain't coming back. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
And this is going to be scary, man. This is going to be scary. But my thing is, though, I was listening to Chris Carter earlier, and he made a good point on his show. And he was like, the thing with Aaron Donald, like, you already won a Super Bowl and all that. He's like, how much motivation does he have? And, you sat out for 2 years. Does he still got that switch? Does he still got that switch and that determination, man? That's going to be big.
Yeah.
I know he's strong as a ox.
Just think about this, though, fellas. I just popped in my mind. You already mentioned a comp.
Yeah.
To James Debo
Harrison with Ruben Bain. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Think about Harrison when he came back. He got it done, didn't he?
Yeah.
He came back.
Yeah.
And he was, if I'm not mistaken, much older than Aaron Donald.
Right.
So I still think Aaron Donald is going to be in beast mode.
Man, dude is built like a professional wrestler, man. I don't know who's going to be able to block him.
Those are guys, regardless if they're playing ball or not, they work out every day.
Exactly. You go to his Instagram, man, he's lifting, he's flexing like he's Lex Luger, man. Dude, he's huge, man. I expect him to be an impact player.
Cool. So let's close this thing down. We went a little overtime because, like I said, we were a little late getting started. But I believe we got everything in that we wanted to get in. And let me see if there's a score for the Pirates. It's the sixth inning, 2-0.
2-0.
Okay. And let me see. Is Paul Skeen still in the game? Nope.
What is it for fifth inning?
So he was only able to complete 5.
Okay, good. That's good.
So Johan Ramirez is the pitcher now. Okay, so we'll see. I mean, I already said if it gets to the seventh inning, most likely the Pirates won't win.
I mean,
all right.
5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 Ks, 1 home run given up, 2 runs.
2 runs isn't bad.
Yeah, 1 each.
Thursday can't get here fast enough.
It'd be good for him to at least go 6. He only threw 65 pitches.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
Yeah. All right. So, Ken.
No, I appreciate everybody joining us here on Tuesday. It is football season. Football season is here. So I'm excited. Kev, thank you for all you do at, covering the Pittsburgh Steelers and bringing us all the news. You work really hard and we all appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anybody out there, if you're not, please go on and subscribe. It's a free way to support everything we do here at Pittsburgh's DSEN. And just thank you for catching us on this Tuesday. Keith, thank you for all you do as well.
Appreciate it, bro.
Keith?
My final thought. Yeah, everybody go subscribe to the channel, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Ken's friend request, everybody.
What's your channel?
K Platt Jr. on Instagram, K Platt Jr. on TikTok.
Check him out and hold tight right there. They don't
YouTube.
They don't only need to check you out, they need to stay updated with Ken.
That's what I said. I said hit him up on Facebook.
On Twitter.
Oh, yeah. You know I got it.
Okay, what's your Twitter handle?
Oh, yeah. That absolutely. It is at Ken, Ken _ Pitt, PITTDSEN.
There you go. Ken puts a lot of good information out there. Go ahead, Keith.
Final thought. We got to give flowers to Minnesota Lynx guard Kayla McBride. Did you know she scored a career-high 43 points on Sunday, August 9th, setting a new WNBA record with 10 three-pointers in a 103-90 win over Dallas. McBride was 10 for 14 from three-point range, 16 for 21 from the floor. Very efficient. The win has also made Minnesota the first team to clinch a 2026 WNBA playoff berth. If you know McBride, she's been a good player for years. And if you know her and follow the NBA, she's been a dog. So shout out to Kayla McBride.
That was impressive. I saw some of that, and that was impressive.
Performance, magnificent.
And one thing that I like good ball.
Yeah.
Right. No matter if it's tennis, if it's golf.
Right.
And no matter if it's male, female, I like good ball.
Yeah.
Right. And the WNBA is good ball.
And I can't wait to go home. It's a game one. I can't wait to go home and
if you're not watching it, you're missing out.
Man, yes, they are. Great basketball.
Yeah. Anything else, Keith?
No, that's pretty much it. Tune into the channel, y'all.
Let me ask both of you a question now before I give my announcements. Are you two ready for some football?
Oh yeah,
man, I've been ready. I'm been ready, bro.
We have the Steelers Super Bowl. Versus the Cardinals playing in the background right now.
Yeah, we do. Ben Roethlisberger.
Big Ben with the fourth quarter draft.
Isn't that something? How about, but not only you two, for everybody that watch live or everybody watch the recording, what you need to know. Yeah, it's the preseason, but you need to get familiar with these teams
and its players.
Because what we do, I'm putting it out there right now here on Pittsburgh's DSEN, we have a weekly pick'em contest where we pick the team straight up every week. And there's a guy out there, Ralph McCormick, who is the defending Pittsburgh's DSEN champ.
Yeah, I'm coming for
that. That needs to go down. That's right. He needs to go down. So
I'm all in.
Get ready, okay? Because when the regular season kick off week 1, I want everybody to be ready. So stay posted to the Pittsburgh DSEN weekly NFL picker. Okay? All right. So some other announcements. Tune in to our radio stream at pghdsen.com if you're not there already. So if you're on YouTube, you can switch over anytime because Pittsburgh's DSEN radio is 24/7. After the show today, we will be playing the best of soulful music that will be on until midnight. Go to the website, check out the radio schedule, and find what's right for your soul. And remember, the best way to stay up to date with Pittsburgh's DSEN is to subscribe. It's free, absolutely free. We'll keep you updated on all of our 24/7 programming, soulful music, Pittsburgh sports talk, and lifestyle programming right here on Pittsburgh's DSEN. We are the place for soul. Now, as far as Soul Tape, we'll be back Tuesday, 6 to 8, fellas, and we'll have our first opportunity since the playoffs to actually break down a game, right? A Steelers game. So I'm excited about that. Okay. Also, even before we come back next Tuesday, subscribe to our YouTube channel, as I indicated, because directly after the game, I'll be posting all the interviews from the Thursday night game, and I might even have some highlights. But whatever I have, if it's pregame, if it's postgame, I'll put it out there on YouTube. So check us out. We appreciate everyone listening tonight. Please come back next week. We'll be here. Check us out, 6 to 8 p.m. Everyone, take care and be blessed.